I never felt a need to come out and come out. You know, I felt that, because I think from a very young age, I felt that being a homosexual didn't mean that you had to apologize for your existence.
Okay.
You know, I felt that I'm a human being just like everybody else, and I go about with my life, you know, and what I do with my life is the sum total of my lifestyle. You know, I have concentrated on my work in the theater, but that didn't happen until I was near my 30s. After I was in great turmoil as to one, my sexuality. I kept it secret. I was the hot boy in the Rima. You know, I had many girlfriends. A lot of guys used to like to line with me because they felt that I'm the one with the girlfriends. You know, and I was really hot with the girls. You know, and it was all a big scene. You know, until I spoke to my parents. My mother was 18 years when she had me. So we sort of like grew up together, and I had to talk to her and say, look, you know, you have to let me go, you know. I have to go out into the world to see what's out there for me. And she agreed. And I traveled the world for about 9 months. And when I came back, I realized, okay, so I am gay. I am gay, and because I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. I felt that maybe if I became celibate, that would somehow ease the situation, or pretend for the rest of my life, you know. But I decided that I would come out, and I recognized that it was not accepted, you know, and I hid and you know, had lots of girlfriends. Up to this day, I regret the hurt that I you know, passed on to a lot of these girls, you know, that truly believed that I was in love with them, and I, for some, you know, to some extent, felt that I was in love with them. You know, I was trying to force myself in this. You know, so I went away and to find myself, to find out, you know, how I could deal with this. I went as far as Australia, and I had my first gay experience. One rainy in Australia, Brisbane, Australia, on a rainy night in a park. It was absolutely wonderful. We saw the raindrops falling. Yes, I had that. I'm very lucky like nearly. I'm lucky like hell. You know, because I remember it very, very clearly. And I had this first kiss. Magical, magical, yes. You know, and then I came back home and I said, well, okay, so this is it. You know, this is that, and I still haven't decided how I was going to handle it. I mean, I think I was saying to some people before, in the early part of my life, in like early 20s and stuff, I would only have relationships with foreigners. You know, people that came to live in Trinidad that were not Trinidadian, or I would go away and meet them in other countries and stuff. I just could not bring this out here. And then, of course, you begin to realize, well, how long could you possibly? I live here. I live here. How long? You know, I mean, I wasn't traveling every year. You know, I wasn't rich. You know, but I didn't come out on my own steam. It was I don't know. I had drama in my life from long before I became an actor. You know, I had this relationship with a very colorful character. You know, so I told my mother, my father being a Chinese man from Canton, China. We never really had a close relationship, so I spoke to my mother and I said, I am having a relationship with this man. And that's how I came out. Now, what happened after that was never a big coming out story. I was like mailing in the sense that from then on, I just lived my life. I did not feel I had to explain anything to anybody. As a matter of fact, I'm observing now that the young people today have very much that attitude. You are just going on with your life. You all are so open, and I love it and I admire it. I think you're so brave. Live deliberately, but live smart. Embrace your good experiences and your bad experiences. Embrace them, especially the bad ones, because that's where you learn. But live deliberately. Do not be afraid of life.